Great song. It just gets me going. I do the bum 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 ba-dum bum and to myself in the down there. I don't know if you watch
I
me, but
I do too, actually.
yeah, I see you bobbing along too. Welcome to the LowcoSports Lowdown. Justin Jarrett, Wes Kerr, Marcus Walsh, the trio of terror tonight. We got. I'm sure Max Araj will be along shortly. He was
I
at
would think.
the Hilton Head Christian Academy game, and I'm sure he'll want to talk all about that. A 9-5 win tonight for the
Nice.
Eagles, and they will play for another state championship. They're going to try to make it 3 in
Third
a row.
in a row.
Cardinal Newman, right? That'll be the opponent, I believe. They beat
Yes,
Pinewood
that's what he was
tonight.
saying earlier.
All right, so we got a Protestants versus Catholics situation here, Marcus. Cardinal Newman coming down
Really
to
interesting.
take on HHCA. So no, it should be a great series. We'll look forward
Yeah.
to that, and that means just another week of staying busy with baseball,
Yeah,
because it looks like we'll have some other teams.
that's the joy of it, being able to cover a team like this deep into the playoffs once again, third year in a row.
Yeah.
Hilton Head Christian Academy, they just have that the extra spark in them to play at a high level this time of year, because they've done it so many times before, and they will get Cardinal Newman squad that that should be a solid opponent, but I would think Hilton Head Christian Academy would be a pretty, at least solid favorite, if not a stronger favorite than Cardinal Newman. By the way, they have played this year, I think they definitely deserve to be up to that spot, that pedestal right now. By the way, they have been performing this year, but just very, very impressive from Hilton Head Christian Academy, and certainly they weren't able to hold their opponent off the board the entire time this time around, but the offense found life, and it's just so hard to beat this team with quality pitching, and then with an offense that can really jump out at a moment's notice and really get going. So looking forward to that. The series will start on Monday. Game will be Monday. Game 2 will be Tuesday, and if necessary, Game 3 would be Thursday at the neutral site. So that is is looking like will be the plan. So I'm not sure who will host Game 1. I'm not sure if that has been determined yet, but regardless,
I would think that because Cardinal Newman was a 2 seed and Hilton Head Christian was a 1, that they would automatically host Game 1. But Game 3 is neutral, so
right.
I guess it doesn't really. Maybe it's already decided upper versus lower.
They should. They should probably denote that in the bracket, but they don't.
Well, yeah, they certainly should. But
absolutely.
if you followed along here over the years, you may be aware that there are a lot of coulda, shoulda, wouldas when it comes to the way Skiza operates at times. So we've made that. We've had many guests who have
many times
pondered along with us what the heck was going on over there, including Ian Leslie recently. Unfortunately, BA boys took the L tonight.
Yeah,
they didn't make it out
for
round 1.
Oh.
Still looking for
the Cross Stingrays won, as I've been trying to.
Did they? I had not seen a score yet, but I assumed
I saw
that they were going to win that
today. Actually, one of our friends reported on it earlier today, so that's where I saw it. If it will actually load up here on my phone, I will let you know.
Looking at that,
Cross. It looks like we got still load more stuff here. Okay, 5-2 Cross.
5-2 Marlboro Academy. I know their girls came up short against Conway Christian the day before, but But yeah, the show is brought to you by our all-star sponsors, Mickelson Law Firm and WHHI TV. We already told you about Hilton Head Christian Academy's big win tonight and another appearance in the state championship game. Mickelson Law Firm is our official real estate closing attorney, but also the presenting sponsor of our Hilton Head Christian Academy coverage. So we'll shout them out again when Max Araj gets here, if I remember. They've been with us since the beginning. They love us. We love them. They love sports and kids in the Low Country, and that's why they support LowcoSports. And they can help you with all your legal needs at Mickelson Law Firm right in downtown Bluffton. And Marcus Walsh is a double dipper, shall we say?
Yeah, that's good.
His main squeeze, other than the Funky Bunch, is WHHI TV, and
right.
They're our partner in local sports coverage, doing a great job over there. You guys, just a great group of folks working over at WHHI, and I still haven't gotten out to see the new digs out at.
It's amazing. I think we're a little bit bigger than we were on Hilton Head. Maybe not too much bigger, but a little bit bigger. The best way that I can say it is we are effective and efficient because everybody has their own area.
It's a more sensible space.
Corridor. Very sensible, and with the folks that were adding onto the team.
It was kind of a maze in the old space. It just kind of had a puzzle missing a couple pieces in the middle. You had to go around.
Correct.
And it wasn't cohesive.
No matter where you were going. Right.
Yeah.
It's like putting your entire mouth into the dip. Double dipper. I called you a double dipper. So Kevin Libby had to make a wild reference. What is going on here? Why is that popping back up? Gremlins, perhaps. But WHHI TV, our partner in local sports, Mickelson Law Firm, our official closing attorney, and presenting sponsor of our Hilton Head Christian Academy coverage. Good news for the Eagles, of course, but not all good news on the baseball front. Williamsburg beat Hilton Head Prep 3-0. So that's going to end the season for the Dolphins. They will not repeat as Skeeza 3A champs, but of course HHCA will get a shot at that. Looking at a couple other things. Oh shoot, I got that wrong. Yeah, I know it's a double dipper Seinfeld reference. I just saw the comment pop up. He's a double dipper. Woodland softball beat Hampton County 6-0. And we lost Hardyville. Palmetto Scholars beat us 20-6, but let me tell you, it didn't feel like 20-6 to us. First of all, we made it to uncharted territory. We made it to the 6th inning today, which was tremendous for us. But it really was a competitive game. It was 1-1 after 1, and then they scored 5 in the second, and I was a little worried that the snowball was starting, but we were able to limit the damage. And then we bounced right back and scored 4 in the bottom and chased their starting pitcher. So it was 6-5, and we were feeling pretty good. And then we held them to 1. So it was 7-5, and we're coming up to bat in the bottom of the third, and we're feeling great. But that second pitcher, she didn't throw real hard, but she had a lot of spin on the ball, and she was sneaking some in the front door. And locking us up on the inside corner, and got some pretty good hitters out with that pitch. So she was able to limit us. We had a small village left on base and ran into a couple of outs, or we could have scored some more runs. But we were right there, and it was 7-5 through 3. She shut us out there, and then it was 9-5 through 4 because we got blanked again. But I had another decent inning on defense. And then it was then we had a rough inning. It was 13-5, but we scored 1. It was 13-6, left 2 on base there. So we were still in it there. I mean, because a 5-6 run inning is very possible.
That's feasible.
In 1A softball. Yeah, it's very possible.
Very feasible.
You just gotta get around a little bit, and it can happen. So we were still hopeful there. And then at 13-6, we gave up 7 in the 7th. Our pitcher kind of she tired. She threw a lot of pitches tonight, and it was pretty warm. And her legs just didn't have quite as much in the tank, and she started missing a little more. And we walked some people, and then we made a couple errors, and it got away a little bit. But we played the same team in the first round last year. They beat us 16-1 in 3 innings. It was also 1-1 after 1 then, but the snowball really got going in the second. And then we didn't have a lot of fight left in us after that. this was a totally different game, like a totally different team. We came to compete and competed to the end and really fought hard. So I'm hopeful that Friday, when we are back home against Lakeview, that we can maybe carry it over and maybe get that first playoff win. But I'm a little hoarse. I was 6 innings worth of coaching tonight.
Yeah,
got a little hoarse.
You get animated.
But no, it was a good run. I do get animated. We did make some errors, but man, we made some great plays.
Yeah,
awesome.
We really did.
Baby
we made
steps.
a lot more plays than we have in the past. Yeah, it was awesome. Girls were having fun too. They were into it.
Yeah, that's
Good job,
that's the
ladies.
best
That's
right
awesome.
there. Yeah.
But a couple other games, Lake City Bridges prep softball. I'm not sure what's going on there. I saw that it started on Game Changer, but then it just was delayed in the first inning, so I'm not exactly sure. I'll check in with Coach Macy here in a little bit and see if we can get a score from that. Bridges prep against Lake City softball, and then we're looking for scores, a couple soccer scores. Buford Academy girls at Cambridge Academy in the 2A 1A semifinals, and Aiken May River boys. We're looking for that one as well. But here's what we do have. We have Hilton Head Prep girls advancing to the 3A final with an 8-1 rout of Christian Academy out of Myrtle Beach. And we have North Augusta edging Bluffton 1-0 in the 4A boys first round. But then we have a victorious evening for West Kerr's Seahawks, the Los Seahawks, with the big win tonight, 3-1 over Brooklyn Casey. And presumably, we're waiting on that score, but presumably they will get another shot at the Sharks.
Yes, and that will be the case. May River got the better of Aiken 10-0, and Hilton Head Seahawks with a 3-1 win. They scored 2 in the second half after the Bearcats of Brooklyn Casey tied it. I'd say Hilton Head dominated more of that game. They deserved to be the winning team, but Brooklyn Casey definitely pushed back and gave them a challenge in this one. But a couple of highlight reel goals I'm going to have to – I just didn't have time to send them to you, but especially that last one, which was scored by a freshman, Jack Serrati.
Nice.
Who
awesome.
Basically put it out of reach, a 3-1 win. So, that's exactly what you want to see from this Hilton Head team, to find a way to just really show off a better offensive showing than what we saw from Brooklyn Casey. I like the way they play. They're aggressive. They like to take some chances down the field. I mean, they've got some energy. They've got some quick players out there who love to stretch the field and look to win those long balls deep. Really exciting team to watch. I think they're going to give a challenge to May River. I think that this is going to be a much. I cannot wait. It is going to be a tremendous match. I do think May River certainly looks like they will be favored at home, but do not count out the fight and really the stellar play for majority of that match from Hilton. And they're going to give a heck of a challenge to this May River team. The Sharks are going to have to be ready. They're going to have to be ready because Hilton Head, they're going to come in. They're going to play their best game. And by the way we've seen, and by the way their defense played most of the night, they didn't give Brooklyn Casey too many chances aside from a couple of looks midway through, but they really cleaned it up late. And it's going to be it should be a terrific match on Saturday. Cannot wait for that one, which will be at the Shark Tank. But nice win for Hilton Head. This is a Hilton Head team that had a really heartbreaking loss a year ago in the playoffs to Bluffton at home. I think that they didn't have as good a regular season, but I think they've grown as a team as it's gone along. And this is a pretty solid Brooklyn Casey team they beat, and they look like the better team through and through in this match. So a lot to be excited about from the Seahawks. And speaking of which, before I actually got to see 2 games. The one before was even more of a blowout, or really was a blowout compared to still a tight game at Hilton. Hilton Head Prep girls 8-1 over Myrtle Christian as they soar in the state championship game. Man, they just continue to reload and have some fantastic talent all across that team. I am so impressed by the Hilton Head Prep squad and what they have done year in, year out. And just they gave up a goal first. It was 1-0 very early in favor of Myrtle Beach Christian. They tied up like 2 minutes later, and they controlled the rest of the match. But trying to get the roster and shout out some of the players because we've had some sensational young ladies come through. I remember Caladano a couple years ago, but they've got some more who have just really been impressive to watch. And they've
I know. Carmine's the little Carmine's girl is a phenom.
Yep.
She's one of their stars this year. So, and she's young, like 7th or 8th grade. They're very talented, but they're a little light on numbers. Risa has lamented throughout the season that they've been banged up and barely had 11. In fact, had to play Patrick Henry with 10, and they still won convincingly. But they've not been healthy, so hopefully they're close to full strength at this stage and can make a run. Well, they've already made a run. Hopefully they can finish the run. I'm trying to find the
finish the race.
Yes, and get that one more win, I believe.
So do we know if they have?
I saw it. I think Strickland posted who the opponent will be. If I can find it. Yeah, it'll be Greenwood Christian. Greenwood Christian will play Hilton Prep for States. Not sure the location of the time for that match. But I believe if the roster's correct, number 3 on that team has scored at least 2 or 3 goals. Alice Carmine, she's just a 8th grader.
That's her. She's a phenom.
Holy cow!
Daughter of Andrew of Hudson's fame. Hudson Seafood House on the Docks. Andrew Carmine.
Yes. Oh man, she had some spectacular goals in this game.
Risa told me. Let me see what Risa said about her earlier this season because she was raving about her. Let's see. I mean, she said a lot of great things about her throughout the season about all the things she's done. But she said new players to note this year: 8th graders Adriana Palazzo and Alice Carmine. Where's the one where she said, "Boy, I really underestimated how good Alice was." Where did she say that? Oh yeah, here it is. I also did not know how good 8th grader Alice Carmines was going to be. She already has 24 goals this season and 9 assists. That was on March 31st.
Wow.
So I think,
Good grief.
she's been racking them up this year. Been a tremendous season for her. And, we haven't talked about them a ton because their games are usually boring. They just blow people out, Risa would be the first to tell you that she's not always on top of emailing me every game. She'll send me a little recap of the last couple or 3, or she gives me a great snapshot of what's going on, so I can talk about what's happening. But yeah, she's got a lot on her plate, so she doesn't always give me the score right away. But they've had another great season, and what a tremendous program over there. And I'm sure they'll finish the deal against Greenwood.
I did them a great shot, especially by the way they just pounded Myrtle Beach Christian. I don't think they'll have too much trouble. I think they'll find a way to pull away and win another state title. What a program that has been, as Coach Risa is going for yet another ring to her, another title to her big set of hardware over there at Hilton Prep. And those players, just the youth and all those 8th graders. I mean, just looking down the list of these young products, and the prep team very, very excited for what they could do. Not just the end of this year, but in the future. So, not like I said, not sure where or when that will be in terms of Saturday, but we got a big Saturday upcoming as well, including a couple of big time soccer games.
Yeah, I was about to look, and then I got sidetracked with something else that I needed to know. But I'm about to look now at when and where, if it's on here. No, it just says Saturday, TBD, Columbia.
Again.
Oh my gosh. What a fly-by-night operation. I'm sorry. We don't even know where we're playing the championship games until
it said Columbia, but that's not very specific.
Columbia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Don't even know if it's South Carolina or the country.
There's a few. Well, not it wasn't
No, Colombia is a
Colombia.
different
It was
spelling. The
Colombia.
country is different
Could be
spelling.
I'm
Columbia, Maryland, or Missouri for all we
Yeah.
know.
yeah.
But
I'm
no,
teasing,
it'll
of
be in
course.
Colombia, and of course, it might not be in Colombia.
Colombia is
It might
the
be in, you know,
yeah. There's
Irmo
there's
or
a high
wherever.
there's a bunch of
Casey.
different high schools and
There's there's
over
also
there. Who knows?
towns around Colombia that are
Yeah.
part of Colombia. So I don't know. It's just
Yeah, it's wild.
sorry,
Yeah.
wild. It's just a wild west.
Oh,
So we're
man.
still looking for BA girls. Do my little refresh over here and see if the Max Preps gods have brought it home. Nope. Looking for BA girls, and then what's the other one? Is that the only one we're missing? Oh yeah, Lake City Bridges Prep softball. I have a feeling somebody's phone might have died, and that's why I lost a game changer. But I could be wrong. So that's about it. That's the big stuff. What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about these soccer games today in a little more detail. Talking about what May River did. They left no doubt in that one. And this team has been absolutely rolling in 2026, and never easy going up against it for those 16 seeds or those at-large seeds. You really never know what you're going to get. Sometimes those matches can be kind of trap games in a way where you have a tough battle on your hands, but not this time. It was all May River Sharks. I did not see a season like this coming from them. It seems like, I guess, with the new coaching change, a couple of guys turning over, you never really knew for sure, but what they have done this year, 17-1. They only lost one game all year. And
Wow.
to do that in boys and high school league soccer in general, that's pretty amazing. Their only losses at Wando on March 28th. They have been undefeated every other game they have played this year. They have won. That is not easy to do, especially in that region. And having played teams like Islands and Kennesaw Mountain, Richmond. I mean, played some quality out of region teams as well. Green Bay, Malden, Waccamaw. They're more than primed and ready for the playoff run. This team is. Now, I said Hilton has a chance they might, but looking again at May River and what they've done this year, they have been ultra consistent and they have been great at home as well. And Hilton is going to have to do, I think, a little better of a job defending and throughout, because there were times that Brooklyn Casey had some opportunities, even though they were few and far between. You can't be careless of the ball. I mean, this Hilton had. There's been times they've done a good job, gaining opportunities and showing off their skill sets, but you just cannot make mistakes and give easy opportunities for this May River team. It should be a very fascinating match, and I'm really pumped to watch it. But a couple of really nice goals scored by Hilton, including the second one, which ended up being the game winner off a throw, and a beautiful throw, and it was knocked in right on the goal line. I can tell you who scored it. So I think I put it on the chat as well. Angel Araujo Gonzalez with the go-ahead goal with about 21 minutes left, and then just a beautiful finish by Serrani, who glided through a pair of defenders and then beat at another close to the goal and then just roofed it to the top corner. Unbelievable goal. And that was by a freshman. They've got some good youth on this team now, and it's exciting.
Cubs are about to blow a game right now. They're up 4-2 going to the ninth. Spencer Steer hit a bomb to lead off the ninth. Now the bases are loaded. They just got a strikeout for the first out.
Was this the Braves?
Now the Cubs.
Oh, the Cubs won, I think.
Oh, tough luck for BA girls. 1-0 loss to Marlboro.
Dang. Hard
Play
to see them that
way.
Play
the trumpets.
Yep.
Play the trumpets for BA soccer. For whom the bell tolls. Cambridge Academy, 1-0. Send another one into the off season.
Yeah, that's the pain of it. Sometimes is
cast them into the off season. Yeah, we're gonna have to try to avoid being cast into the off season on Friday. We'll see how much fight we got, how much pride we take.
Certainly showed a lot of fight tonight. I was impressed by how the Lady Hurricanes played.
Yeah, I mean, I
especially
was
with
extremely. I mean, first thing I told him was, "Hey, first things first. Like, I'm exceptionally proud of your effort tonight, and the way we fought and stayed in the game." And I reminded him of where we were when we played them last year, and it was 3 innings and 16-1, and yes, thank you, sir, and out of town. We made them sweat it tonight. We made them play. We made them play the game and win the game, and that was the goal. And I think we're gonna, bring that same confidence into the next one, and hopefully do well against Lakeview, who looks to be a lot like us.
Yep.
A team that has not won a lot of games and struggles to get 3 outs before the snowball gets going. And we're going to give it all we got and hopefully earn one more, which would probably be a rematch with Palmetto Scholars.
Yes.
So
Cool.
most likely. I mean, Branchville's very good. That's the 1 seed in our pod. But we'll see. Anything can happen.
That's the beauty.
It was a fun game, man. We had a lot of fun.
Yep, that's the beauty of two very evenly matched teams. No matter what you're talking about, anything can happen, especially if you're playing somebody like you. Just a little bit here, a little bit there, and that's the way it could work.
Like their coaches and I were relating to each other before the game, talking about like how you can have 2 outs and then go, how many runs have we given up this inning? 8.
Right.
What? Like, how did that happen? We just had 2 outs a second ago. Like, how'd she get back up to bat? She was just up to bat.
Right. Yeah.
That stuff happens fast. But tonight we played some real softball tonight. Like for most of the game, it was real softball. And we were making plays. And so it was fun. It was a blast actually to see the girls having fun and having success. And we look forward to doing it again. Because you only get so many opportunities, man. And they run out a lot faster than you think they're going to. I'll tell you what. Next thing you know, you're coaching to try to find something that feels like that used to feel, like just searching for that feeling again, that competitive edge and being part of that. I don't know. It's a drug for me. I can't get enough of it. And you guys too. I mean, it's why we love sports. It's that the spirit of competition and
I think especially at the high school level,
agnosticism about what can happen, like.
Well, I think even so, just compared to college, professional, high school level, the spirit of competition is more so apparent because these are young, still 14, 18-year-old kids.
Right, they're not being paid to do it.
Right, they're playing for the love. I mean, I know some have opportunities to play at the next level, but a lot of them, most of them, they're playing for the love of the game, and they're playing to make memories with their friends as kids, and that's what we love about youth sports. I think youth sports just has that special aura compared to covering professional sports because it's a whole different environment.
Yeah,
I think youth sports just has such a different vibe and a really fun atmosphere and just the memories made there
when done
are just
right,
more sentimental and
certainly
more
there's a lot
special.
of toxicity in pockets. We've all seen videos of, I mean, I've seen like 3 this week of fans, like coaches and umpires throwing hands on the field in front of children. Like it is insane. Like there are places where it's really gotten out of hand, and that's crazy. Like that is not what youth sports should be about at all. But I feel you, Wes. Like there's they're playing because they love to play, like not because they're it's their livelihood or somebody's paying them to be there. Like they signed up and they can't wait until the game, and it's just there's a beauty, just a beauty to it. And then just competition and sportsmanship, there's a beauty to that too. I love that we line up and go shake hands at the end. I insist that our wrestlers go and shake the other coach's hand after every match, even if the referee tells them not to do it. I still send them to do it because I just think it's the right thing to do. And some of the referees are trying to tell us, no, we do handshakes at the end. No, man. as a coach, I want to shake that kid's hand and tell him, hey, good job. I know I was just screaming for my guy to try to kill you for the last 6 minutes.
But you did what you
But
could.
I respect
You
you.
tried
Good
to do,
job.
right.
And so I take a lot of stock in that. Like I try to make eye contact with all the kids that go through the handshake line and tell them good job, good luck, good job, good luck. Like I really take pride in that. And as you know, Wes, when we went to the World Series, Dixie World Series, we won the sportsmanship award as well as the state championship. And that really meant a lot to me, that we were, making good decisions out there and meeting it in the spirit of friendly competition. So
All reminds me of the guest we had. All reminds me of the guest we had on last night, because he preaches all of it.
Amen.
From the moment he gets up to the moment he goes to bed.
Yeah, it's about the kids. It's about the kids.
Yep.
And I love that, and I got to shout out our umpires tonight. Did one of them make a couple calls that the other coach didn't like? He sure did. And was the other coach a little frustrated with some strike calls? Yeah, he sure was. But they did a real good job, and they met it in the spirit of the thing, and they were really complimentary of our program and how far we've come this season, because they had us early in the season, and they're like, man, you got good, like comparatively, relatively speaking. So it was cool. But yeah, it's all about the kids, man. It's just giving them opportunity. That's why we do it. That's push themselves to be the best they can
about
be.
It in terms of high school sports is, the kids and the opportunities that they have to make those lifetime memories and to be a part of. There's a lot of virtues of high school sports and a lot of things that you're trying to hope they get out of it. But the competition is one thing, but just the ability to work together with the groups of kids that they've grown up with, and to play for their hometown. It just there's so much good meaning and excitement, especially in the playoffs. Everything's heightened even more. I mean, just watching at halftime, both those teams held up, and because they're just talking about the season's on the line. What do we got to do to keep playing? I mean, it's especially for those seniors. Like this is it for them, and just means that much more. And it's the finality of it in the playoffs really just amps up everything, and it makes it just an incredible sight to cover, and very meaningful for everyone involved.
Yeah, it's emotional. I'm gonna probably be a little emotional when we lose, the next one, because I don't think we're gonna win the state championship. So when we lose the last game of the season,
the cool thing is only
I don't anticipate
finished with a win for most of these.
I'm not being a hater, y'all. If my girls are listening, I'm not being a hater.
No, I'm just saying the fact is that there are 32 teams in the playoffs. Only one gets there with a win.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. All the rest of us lose our last game, and that's the way it goes. And that's the way it is, and no matter where you go from here on up. So, I mean, shoot, that's true in rec ball too. Like they do playoffs at the end, and only one ends with the win. And that's what it's ultimately about. Ostensibly, but we know it's a lot more than that, obviously. Okay, so it wasn't a direct quote that he said you got good, but he was like, man, y'all were a lot better than you was last time I was here, because that's kind of how he talks. I like him though, Teddy. I like Teddy. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. I like him better in the field than I do behind the plate. I'll say that. But Teddy's pretty good. Matthew did a good job behind the plate tonight too. Good guys. Very grateful to be in the Beaufort County umpire pool this year instead of the Orangeburg County umpire pool. Brother, we got it good down here relative to some places. Let me just put it that way. We have had a good influx. I know there's a lot of, feelings about Yankees around here, and they coming from Ohio and New York and Maine and New Hampshire and God knows where. But a bunch of them are experienced umpires, and we got a big influx this year of guys from the North who are really solid additions to the core.
Yes.
So excited. I hope more former umpires umpires from other places keep moving here to retire and make a little extra cash calling games, because it's welcomed and needed. And Marcus, you got a plug for that, right?
High school officials. Highschoolofficials.com, part of the NFHS. Work with Chris and Niehoff and all the fine folks there. We need you. 500 officials and referees for football season alone. Obviously, a bunch for basketball, baseball, softball, you name it. I know several guys that have done it, including our own Kevin Libby.
Yep.
Highschoolofficials.com for all the details. And I know that'll make Larry Jackmont happy that I was able to get that plug in.
I'm glad I thought of that,
because been far too long. Thank you. Yeah,
I was talking about the officials, and I'm like, wait, hold on. I think Marcus knows this read cold. I've been
doing it for years. I know it in my sleep.
I was pretty sure you knew that read cold.
Earn extra income, make a little bit of networking with your Rolodex or your cell phone.
I was happy to cue you up for that.
Get some exercise.
Shake,
get it all in.
Bake. Shake and bake, brother. I had to figure out
which way to bake in the Lowco.
I had to go the opposite direction to fist bump you. But we've kind of gotten far aflung here and on our soapboxes a little bit, but I guess it's okay because it was a pretty light night overall relative to the rest of the week. It's going to fire back up big time tomorrow. Wednesday is always kind of a lighter day. I think, Marcus, as you know, Wednesday's a big night for the Catholic faith. And so I think there's a tendency to kind of try to avoid that night as much as possible. But obviously, you only got so many days to get all these games in.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize that, but
Wednesday's a big night for the Catholic faith. Well, for teenagers in particular, because that's when they're doing their catechism, correct? Their education. And that's usually on Wednesday nights.
I'm sure with the kids. Yeah. Honestly, I just went through the Christian initiation with Sam, and those were Monday nights for us. When I went through it, RCIA at St. Gregory the Great, it was Tuesdays. I do know that we have a very heavy presence with JP2 and whatnot. Wednesday is the school mass and whatnot. So I don't know all the details, but I'm thinking you're right with that.
It's pretty common for Catholic schools to not play on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
To try to avoid playing on Wednesdays.
Yeah, I
think it's like a big mass day, generally speaking.
Yeah.
But no, see, that's the kind of conversation you get on here. Yeah. Well, and
the things you didn't realize you need.
You got to eat fish on Fridays at some point in the year. I remember that. Are we eating fish right now?
No. We finished that a few weeks ago with
Fridays.
Lent. Nope. We're still in the Easter season.
Oh, okay. We're past Lent.
That ends it.
That ends
it. Yep. We're in the midst of the 50 days of Easter.
Is it Easter? Okay, which one of those two?
There we go. Yeah, that's right. I couldn't remember which end of Easter Lent was on for a second.
Yeah, it's the end. Hey. Lent is before Easter. Lent and Advent are in the preparation of Christmas and Easter. Yeah.
Yep.
There we go.
Lent for Easter, Advent for Christmas.
Education. Oh shoot. We got another bell to toll for the Bridges Prep softball has fallen 13-7. It doesn't toll for them yet. They still
that was their first loss.
Go again. But they lost 13-7 to Lake City tonight. Baseball will play them. No, soccer plays them tomorrow. Bridges Prep playing Lake City all over the place. So
I'll talk to my buddy Patrick Velasic. He spent a little time at Lake City after he graduated from Ashland University a few years ahead of me. He was down in the Lake City area teaching and whatnot for I think maybe a year or two, and then he moved back to Ohio. But he has some fond memories of Lake City.
Yeah, I think you were.
Well,
I think you were right that Bridges Prep plays Lake City tomorrow in boys soccer, but they also play Shara at home for baseball tomorrow.
In baseball, you're right. So now they'll play either Andrew Jackson or Marion, but probably Marion, it would seem. but I'll try to find a score to that. But
Okay.
you know who else is famously from Lake City? Probably the proudest person I know to be from Lake City, Ashley Powell, the two-time
That's
defending
right.
state champion wrestling coach.
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot about that.
Lake City.
He was from there.
Lake City, born and bred. That man is very proud of being from Lake City. Although I think a lot of folks from the city are proud of being from there. They call it the city up around Florence. And I think they take some pride there. I got another friend who's from there, and she takes a lot of pride in it too. And they have a cool mayor. Check her out sometime. Mayor of Lake City's dope. She's cool. I don't know much about Lake City, but I do know they have a cool mayor. My friend told me that, and I checked her out, and I was like, I like her. Cool. She's cool. So yeah, I think that's all the scores tonight. I'll run through them one more time. On the baseball front, Hilton Head Christian Academy advancing to the state championship series in Skeeza 4A with a 9-5 win over Augusta Christian. They will face Cardinal Newman in the championship series next week. Is it Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wes? Is that what you said?
That's what I heard.
Yes, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
Monday,
Once
Tuesday,
again, not
Thursday.
sure who will host game 1, who will host game 2.
We'll get to the bottom of that by tomorrow night.
If
I'm sure.
if they do need game 3, it would be at a neutral site on Thursday. Yep.
Timfo. The season ended for Hilton Head Prep. Their bid to repeat as Skeeza 3A champs, 3-0 loss to Williamsburg Academy. And then softball, Lake City beat Bridges Prep 13-7. Woodland beat Hampton 6-0. So they both fall into the losers bracket along with Hardyville in the 1A bracket. And then soccer, girls soccer, Hilton Head Prep in the state championship game again in Skeeza 3A with an 8-1 rout of Christian Academy out of Myrtle Beach. And Wes watched that dismantling. Alice Carmine's the star among stars. Let's put it that way.
I mean, this was only 2-1. It was really the second half they dealt the damage. It was 2-1 after the first, but they scored 6 straight in the second half. Just a couple of misplayed balls, and I think that Myrtle Beach really got frustrated in that second half, and it just kind of snowballed on them after that. And Hilton Prep just so talented at scoring, took over that one. But great atmosphere there, and a great atmosphere as well as at Hilton High for what was a really fun game between them and Brooklyn Casey.
Yeah, Seahawks win it 3-1, and they get another shot at the May River Sharks, who mercy ruled Aiken 10-0. The season ends for the Bluffton Bobcats, who definitely had some bright spots along the way. A little bit of a rocky season overall, but they had some real bright spots. They were a very capable squad, and they played North Augusta really tough tonight. They lost 1-0. They've had some battles with North Augusta in the playoffs, it feels like, and they lose a heartbreaker tonight. Beaufort Academy losing 1-0 to Cambridge Academy and the Skeeza girls 2A 1A. So that's all the scores from tonight. Looking ahead to tomorrow, we got boys soccer second round matchups: Battery Creek at Swansea in 3A, Lake City at Bridges Prep, and Hampton County at Academic Magnet in 2A. And then in 1A, Bamberg Earhart coming back to Hardyville. Bamberg Earhart and Hardyville just beat them, I think, 5-2 the other night. We get to play them again. My guy Caden Russell was cooking in that game, man. I might have to, for parting thoughts, I might have to pull up the huddle from that game and show you my guy Caden, the Jamaican from New York. He's fun. Palmetto Scholars at Royal Live Oaks. We would love for Royal Live Oaks to make it to the lower state final, because that would mean we got to play at home. But then, boy, that would be a grudge match, brother, because we split during the regular season. Ridgeland is at Charleston Math and Science. We would love even more for Ridgeland to beat Charleston Math and Science. Math and Science ranked first and the number 1 seed in 1A, but man, they got a cakey schedule, bro. They're like, they only have 1 loss, but they have not played anybody. So I'm interested to see if they're the real deal. They might be the real deal, but I'm just not convinced based on the schedule. So I'm eager to see if they can make it to the to lower state and us have to go up there. They're the only team that would make us travel for the lower state. So Skeeza 3A semis tomorrow, boys soccer. Hilton Head Christian Academy at Wilson Hall. First Baptist at John Paul II. Ian Leslie hinted the other night that he really thought it was a realistic shot of a HHCA JP2 final. So we'll be hoping for a all Lowco championship, and maybe they won't make them go to Columbia if
Would
that's the
be,
case.
and if that happens, could they play it?
Nice.
Could they play it in our neck of the woods? That's the
Right? Could they
case.
play it at Bluff High School? All right, that would be fantastic.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we'll see. There is precedent. Remember, they let HHCA JP2 girls play at USCB basketball. So I
We
think
did
there's.
a couple years ago.
Ooh,
Yeah, a couple years ago
they
we
could
had
play the
two. I think,
soccer
and
at
I believe there's
USCB
another one. I think it was cross
gymnasiums.
girls or not cross. I think it was cross girls or somebody. There was another game that was played before that. Trying to remember who it was, but yeah. Or no, it may
What
have been Holy
about?
Trinity. One of those two schools.
Oh, I don't know. There was a game
Yeah.
played before that. The one at
I think it may have been
USCB.
Holy Trinity. When they had that run.
Nah,
No, it was at
they're
Covenant
basketball.
Christian Academy.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was lost there for a second.
Yeah.
But all right, baseball tomorrow. We got the 4A district round firing back up. Bluffton at South Florence in an elimination game. Winner will have to beat May River twice to advance to lower state. Hilton Head at Gilbert elimination game. Seahawks will have to beat them and then beat Hartsville twice if they want to go.
Hartsville twice.
So
More
yeah,
business.
it's going to be. Yeah, that's a tall order, definitely.
That Gilbert Hartsville game was fantastic, by the way. Gilbert won by a run. Those two teams are both tremendous, and I think either obviously Hilton Head will see if they can make a magical run, but I think either of those two teams could go deep, either Hartsville or Gilbert.
All right, the Cubs did not totally blow it.
Teams.
They're in
but then
the
again,
10th
Hilton
now.
Head was close to knocking him off, like 6-1.
Yeah, they were up 6-1 and gave up 6 in the 7th. So yeah, that was crazy. Or 5 in the 7th to go extras and then lost it in extras. So very winnable game, no question. They just gotta get one at a time. If you win this one, then you get another shot. You get a shot at Hartsville, and if you win the first one, then who knows?
Yeah,
all bets are off. 3A district, Battery Creek at Keenan in an elimination game. In 2A, it'll be Cheraw at Bridges Prep. That's winner's bracket. And Hampton County at Woodland elimination game. And then in 1A,
game.
traveling to St. John's game for St. John's for an elimination game. What's that?
That's the 1 seed lost the 4 seed, I believe what happened there. I think the St. John's is the 1 seed in that district. They got upset by Carver's Bay.
Really?
Whoever they played. St. John's was the 1 seed in that district.
Holy cow. That's wild.
Happened. Yeah.
Oops. That is wild. Carver's Bay. Well, I will say that region up there is tough.
Carver's Bay beat St. John's. Yeah.
Yeah. Carver's Bay, that region up there is really strong in baseball. But yeah, St. John's had a pretty solid campaign, but yeah, lost 4-3 to Carver's Bay. So we'll see. They'll be coming. They'll be coming. Oh, it won't be. Oh, it will be. Yeah, that's the only way we could have traveled. We would have had a home game if 2 seed. But now we got to travel because the 1 seed lost. Daggum. Wes disappeared.
We have lost Wes.
We've lost Wes. No more Wes. Matthew. Remind me about Matthew when we get to parting thoughts. It's related to Wes being gone. Matthew gone.
Okay.
I have to tell you, Matthew gone daily. All right, back to our show. Softball tomorrow. Colleton County at May River, winners bracket game. Beaufort at South Aiken, elimination game, and Bluffton at Wilson, elimination game. So that's your rundown for tomorrow. Should be a very busy day, and we'll see if Wes comes back in the meantime, we mentioned him earlier, Hudson Seafood House on the docks. Andrew Carmine's and his little girl having a big night tonight for Hilton Head Prep and a great season as an 8th grader over there at Hilton Head Prep. Shout out to Hudson Seafood House on the docks. Great place for seafood sunsets and cocktails on Hilton Head Island, and presenting sponsor of Under the Bus. We had a new episode last night. Curry Kirkpatrick, Rich Basirko, and your guy Bob Stevens from WHHI TV. Throwing folks under the bus.
I gotta say, I love the shirts that they have, and I've seen Bob with his, every week for like the last who knows how many months. And I was actually checking in for a few minutes last night, and I looked over at Sam. I showed him. I said, "Look at these guys; they're all wearing them tonight."
I adore them.
That's great stuff.
I adore them. They're just wonderful. And I just love being a part of it. But shout out to Hudson's, a great place for seafood sunsets and cocktails on Hilton Head Island. If you need a personal injury attorney, we got a good one for you. They got a rare name, but they provide remarkable service at Twinge and Twombly in Beaufort. You can't forget that name, Twinge and Twombly.
Thanks to our buddy Jeff Riley.
Yes, indeed. And he's harping me to get him a flyer so he can try to get some more sponsors.
I know he is, because I pushed him to do it. He was he was calling me like, I want to get some sponsors for this and this and this and this. I really, and I've told him this, so I don't have any problem telling you this and putting this on the air. I really think that just with his go get it attitude and his ability and willingness to just go up and meet people and want to talk to people, he's a lot like myself. He's a lot like myself in that way. He is so brave. I'm like, if you want to go for it, go for it. As much as he loves, doing interviews and the production side, I think if he can start making his way, I think he has a real future in sales. And here's the deal.
I do too.
Sales is really, everybody talks about what we do and how amazing it is.
Sales drives the boat, brother.
Sales is really where it's at. And we don't give people in sales or folks in sales enough credit. I work with 3 and now 4 tremendous salespeople at WHHI TV. We could not do what we do without them. And I've tried to sell some stuff as well.
One of them helped keep the island packet afloat for a long time.
Yeah. For sure. Multiple for a long time. Yeah. Brooks has been great, and certainly the 2 ladies that you're referring to, and Jessica Surratt, Susan Green, and we just hired another one in Marie. It's sales is really, really tough, and I've tried it, and I think I've got great ideas and whatnot, and it is not for the it takes a certain knack.
I built all
and
this,
I think Jeff can have that knack.
If I were better at sales, I'd be rich by now, but
right, of course,
not my thing.
Yeah,
I don't covet money enough. I don't think it's a personality flaw in this country, but I don't think it is. It's not. I think we're not supposed to covet money so much, but
right.
I'm getting back on the soapbox. Jeff Riley is fearless. I agree. He would probably take on the Lions at Columbia University. When we were talking about Columbia versus Columbia, Kevin Libby went Columbia and University, and now we got Lions, and we're putting the whole situation at risk. And the sun is but one star amongst a universe of other stars we call the Mars Bar Galaxy.
Hey.
Kevin Libby's been on one. Hey, Wes, welcome back.
Back.
I was doing sponsors and I got sidetracked, but I'm back on it now with HHI Windows and Doors, and you can see Coach Barron on WHHI. Your view
to the Low Country.
Yeah, and they want to improve your view of the Loco at HHI Windows and Doors. So call on them for all your needs in that department. If you want to wrestle, you got to get down to Reverence Wrestling Club, the official wrestling sponsor of LowcoSports and the presenting sponsor of the Loco Grind. And they're presenting this weekend the Reverence Iron Man tournament. I think I'm not sure if it's at Bluffton or at May River, but big tournament. USA Wrestling going to have folk style, freestyle, and Greco. So all three disciplines. So if you like wrestling, get out there and check it out. They usually don't charge admission at those kind of things. So should be good to go. But even if they do, make a donation to USA Wrestling and the kids and go watch the kids scrap. And then finally, if you need a haircut or even if you just want to catch up on the news and the gossip, go to Jay's Barbershop, the place to be in Ridgeland, whether you need a haircut or not. And those are our sponsors. And now our parting thoughts. Marcus Walsh, what do you got, buddy?
Guardians with a win tonight, 3-1 over Kansas City. About time after a 3-game losing streak. They've been really streaky over the last about 2 or 3 weeks, but they got it done. Austin Hedges currently getting interviewed, 1 for 3 with a single, a stolen base, a run scored. Get this, guys. He only has 3 RBIs and 1 home run, but he's doing obviously great stuff behind the plate, catching tremendously, and he's a great team leader on the field and in the clubhouse. He's got a batting average of 311. Austin Hedges is having like a career year.
Wow.
And a lot of people are like, he should be playing dang near every day. Get Bo Naylor on the bench, and Austin Hedges should be in there, and you get David Fry catching a little bit as much as he can. But David Fry's like, if David Fry could hit, he would be like Daniel Schneemann, like the all-around utility guy on the infield, outfield, whatever. And it is Schneemann. I know some people say Schneemann, and there's an N in his last name.
There's an N in there.
It's
Schneemann. Schneemann.
Schnee.
Like
almost like the Captain Hook character. So big win for the Guardians for sure. And then I'm going to have some news from May River as far as signing day that I will bring to you guys tomorrow. We're working on trying to do some studio work as far as signing day. So I'll be on the air with some folks, whether it's Bob or obviously we've got 4 anchors. So one of them talking signing day around the low country with Skiza and the high school league. But I'll bring that to you guys tomorrow as far as the list for May River for sure. And that's all I got.
Wait, what do we got here? All right. So I'm going to press pause before I cue you, Wes, to set the stage here. The Cubs did not end up blowing this game entirely. They did blow the lead, but then they tied it and went to extras. And now they're in the bottom of the 10th with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And it was 3-0 on Michael Busch. And then there was a pitch that looked up and in that was called a strike. And then he put his hand on his helmet, but then he said, no, I didn't mean to challenge. So we didn't end up having a challenge, and that's ball 4. And the Cubs have walked it off for the 3rd night in a row. And Michael Busch has walked it off the last 2. Last night with a hit, and today with a walk-off walk. Cubs win. Cubs win. Cubs win. Go Cubs go. Go Cubs go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say?
Fly the W.
Fly it, baby.
Go Cubs go.
Now, Wes Kerr, what's your parting thought?
Yep.
Wes Kerr, parting thoughts.
I think he's gremlining, I believe.
He's gremlining.
His face is frozen anyway.
Oh, no. Poorly timed gremlining from Wes Kerr.
Oh, man.
Hello.
A lot of them lately.
Oh.
I don't know.
There you are. You're back. You gremlined.
Okay.
Welcome back to your parting thought.
All right, well, let's do this quickly. First off, what was the first one going to be? Now I got to remember this. Okay. Mentioned it before I got cut off, but what I was going to say was that I think the place to be tomorrow night might be May River, as Colleton County. What a great softball rivalry that is. And May River and Colleton County meeting again for what should be a tremendous matchup. Winners bracket, they can meet again as well for the district title. So that might be the place to be tomorrow. That's a great softball rivalry between those 2 schools.
Yeah. Bridges Prep would be a good place to be because you got baseball and boys soccer.
Well. Yeah, that's true.
That's a good stop.
That is very true. Secondly, some news out of the Kentucky Derby. news out of the
Yeah.
Preakness is that Golden Tempo, the winner of the Kentucky Derby, will not participate in the Preakness, so we will have no Triple Crown winner
Weak
again.
sauce.
And it seems like these last few years, the Kentucky Derby have not participated in the Preakness. I'm not sure what has been going on, but I don't think that's good for the sport.
Well, there is a
I get it,
movement. Yeah, well, there's a movement afoot to try to change the schedule, because the schedule is, I guess, I think at one point the Preakness was 3 weeks after the Derby, and at some point it got condensed. The schedule got condensed to where it's 2 weeks later, and that's when a lot fewer horses started racing it, because it's really a strain on the horses to train and race, back to back like that. So it's just I think it's something that it's kind of like pitchers, right? Like we used to just let pitchers throw 150 pitches, but now they're like, well, yeah, a lot of those horses broke their legs trying to race the next one. And like, maybe we should not do that, because these horses are super valuable after their racing careers. And is it really worth it to push it and try to win that Triple Crown when it's really hard to do, and you might sacrifice the horse's well-being? So I think there's just a little bit more knowledge and a little more caution with that maybe than there used to be, as well as the scheduling thing. And so there is a movement afoot, though, to try to move the Preakness back a week, and then I think the Belmont back even more, to create more space in there, because the industry is really concerned about the fact that nobody's even trying to win a Triple Crown anymore. That's supposed to be the ultimate prize, and so that's a tough sell.
It's one of the ultimate prizes in sports when you think about it.
Right.
Even is certainly not as popular as it was 100 years ago. It's that tradition still lived on, so I think it's important for that. My last
oh no!
Yeah, it was inevitable. I knew that was going to happen. Yeah,
we'll see if he rounds back in before I get done with any parting thoughts. God, I feel like I said so much tonight.
You were mentioning Matthew.
Oh, Matthew. Okay, so when you said West Gone, it made me think of Matthew Gone. Let me find this. It's one of my favorite accounts on Instagram. I think it's called Matthew Gone Daily. But I gotta, come on. My internet's not working now. Ah, dang it. I may not be able to show you the video, but it's a video of a man named Matthew. And you know this because they say, Matthew, be careful, Matthew. It's a guy with like a Jamaican accent. And then Matthew is trying to walk down the slippery rocks on like a waterfall situation, and he slips and just disappears. And it says Matthew Gone, and there's an account on Instagram called Matthew Gone Daily, and all it does is every day post that video, and it has 10,300 followers. All right, let's see if you can see this. Matthew Gone. It's so funny to watch. I hope Matthew's okay. I really do. Because I would feel bad laughing about it if Matthew actually was deceased or something. But I got to assume he's okay, or his friends wouldn't have posted the video.
Yeah,
right?
I would think.
All right, I'm about to get it pulled up. Oh, here comes Wes.
Yeah, I don't know if
here comes Wes. He's making a return.
Yeah, no, my last parting thought. I don't know if it was about Ted Turner, who was the pioneer for
there he is.
CNN. Sorry.
Yep.
And he also did a lot for the Braves, as I said. I don't know if you heard that or not. If I cut off before.
Yep, and TBS.
Yep.
Yes.
Turner Broadcasting Station.
TBS, CNN, TNT,
and the Cartoon Network.
Right, because they're right there too.
Yep.
He changed the world.
Yep.
Yeah, true. Well, I mean, he changed the world with TBS, man.
Yep.
It really, between TBS and WGN, the Cubs and the Braves made so much hay off of that, and it really kind of set the precedent for other
precedent.
teams are like, well, we want our games broadcast
And that's
everywhere,
how
not
you
just
saw
to
all the
local
regional
market,
broadcasting
and
networks kind
kind
of
of set things
form.
running.
And
Yeah, I mean, he's a brilliant man. He's psycho, a little bit of a psycho, but
Yep.
right. Yeah. Yeah, he was a big part of that. So, and also until recently owned an island right over here, right?
Really?
Like,
Really?
isn't there an island right off Beaufort that he owned
Hmm.
for the longest time?
Oh, wow.
I don't know about
Look
that.
it up. It's out there.
We'll have
Yeah.
to do that.
Let me look it up. I promise. Ted Turner Private Island, South Carolina. I'm searching it up right now because I promise you it's true. But in the meantime, I was telling Marcus Wes about one of my favorite Instagram pages called Matthew Gone Daily. And now I have it pulled up so you can see see it in all its splendor. Get up there. Man, I'm gremlining too. I've added it to the stage, but it's not showing up.
Huh.
I don't know. Computer's not playing nice right now. But
Fail.
it's not popping up. All right. Matthew Gone Daily is hilarious. Just look up Matthew Gone Daily. Come back, Matthew. Oh, God. Matthew Gone. Rebecca, you can't see Matthew. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Tell Matthew come back. Yeah, it'll make your sides hurt. It'll make your sides hurt. Yeah, Kevin Libby confirms that Beaufort County bought the island from Ted Turner.
Oh, wow.
My computer, there it is.
Good to know.
Beaufort County bought his island.
Good
My
to
computer
know.
is struggling right now. So
Hmm.
it might be the internet, the internet might be broken. So we'll get out of here on that note. But great show tonight, boys. It was fun. I enjoyed it. We got a little far flung at times, but it was good, robust conversation, and we got you all filled in on what's happening around the Loco and prepared for another big night tomorrow with a whole bunch of games on tap. So we'll have to get together again tomorrow night around this time, 9:30. Join us to get caught up on everything happening on the Loco sports scene and, whatever other topics we managed to meander our way toward.
Never know.
For Marcus, thanks to all of our sponsors. Thanks to you for showing up to listen or watch. And for Marcus Walsh and Wes Kerr, I'm Justin Jarrett. Until next time, go Loco.